This home was a gift that 13 businessmen from Galena purchased to give to the Grant family in appreciation for his service during the war. Julia mentions in her memoirs coming up the hill and being presented this lovely villa that she said was furnished with everything good taste could offer. The room that we're in now is the parlor, which was the entertaining part of the home. And of course, we all know that Julia was an avid entertainer, loved it. The family spent quite a bit of time here in the parlor also. We know that Mrs. Grant and their daughter Ellen played the piano. So, imagine the family sitting here, General in his favorite chair, the other boys here listening to their sister and their mother play some songs for them. They entertained in here, and Julia and maybe Ellen, played a little song for their guests. Grant actually launched his presidential campaign from Galena. His headquarters were located at the DeSoto Hotel, which is downtown Galena. The day after his election, Grant and Julia opened up their home and the parlor here for people, townsfolk, to file through and congratulate both of them on his election and the next step of their lives. This is the General and Mrs. Grant's bedroom. The bed here is the oldest piece that we have in the house, but probably the most personal. This is the original bed they brought to Galena with them from Whitehaven, putting down some roots here in Galena, and they left it here. Even through all their travels in the White House, this was always here for them when they came back. This is called a lap book. It has Mrs. U.S. Grant on it. This was Julia's. And she probably kept papers, pens, her correspondence in here for when she was either writing letters or maybe receiving them, and kept them stored in here. Religion was very important for Mrs. Grant. Her grandfather was a Methodist minister. So, growing up, it was important to her, and she instilled that in the children. They attended the Methodist church here in Galena, which the pew that they used is still marked at the church, that it was a Grant family pew. Over on the dresser, we have a Bible that was given to Mrs. Grant by the Methodist Episcopal Church in 1888. This is the dressing room, the most personal space in the house relating to Julia Grant. This is the room where she would come in to get ready in the mornings, get ready in the evenings, ready for bed, and just to come in, maybe kind of just get a little solitude from everybody in the house. We have a lot of personal things in here that belong to Mrs. Grant. We have her sewing kit that she probably would have used to mend some socks for the kids or the General, sew a button on. We have a couple pairs of her little size 4 shoes that she wore, and some purses that she would have used as they were going out on the town visiting on a Sunday afternoon. A majority of the furnishings that we still have in the house belonged to the Grant family when they were here. If they walked through the door today, they would recognize this house and probably feel right at home because it's furnishing-wise is the same as when they were here. This is where he came back after he was a military hero, and he started his political career here, basically, his rise to the presidency. And this is where he was living when he was elected, when she became First Lady, and this was home to them right before that.